Hey everybody, boy do I hope you guys can see how absolutely stunning the trees are with the icicles as the sun's behind them. It's just beautiful. So I want to talk about, saw some commenting on Facebook, and I absolutely got the impression that this lady felt like she just wasn't going to get there. She wasn't going to heal. And the impression I got from her was that she's different. And the topic of this video is healing is not just for other people. Healing is for you too. And so if you've ever thought, well, I'm watching people get better, I'm watching people's success stories, but I'm not getting there. And then we start to look back and ruminate on our childhood and our lifelong traumas, and just kind of feel like, yeah, I'm not going to get there. My history is just too extreme. My life is just too over the top, so I'm not going to get there. And what I will tell you is that healing is for everybody. The process does not change depending upon the severity of your prior life's experiences. So look, healing is not just for other people, it's for you too. That's the core message here, is that you're no different than many, 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 many of the other people who have gone before you and gotten better. I'm blessed and also a little bit cursed to get to hear some of the horror stories that people have survived and have lived through and are still standing up and fighting. I mean, I gotta honor you guys and gals so much for what you have endured. The horrible upbringings, the horrible life experiences, abuse, sometimes sexual abuse, physical abuse, and you're still getting up and you're still fighting and you're still trying to make a better life for yourself. And I honor you so much for that. And instead of feeling like I'm different, healing is for other people and not me, I want you to just really look back and see how much strength and courage and tenacity you've had to endure and survive, and in many cases even thrive, despite your upbringing, right? Instead of looking at yourself as a victim, look at yourself as a survivor. Look, you know, if you had a really, really horrible life so far, and you're still here watching these videos, you're still holding on to hope, you're still trying, you're still working, you're trying to reframe some things so you don't stay stuck in the past. These are amazing things that you're doing. It's truly beautiful how so many people that I've spoken to have had so many horrible experiences in life, and they're still doing it. They're still getting out there. They're still showing up every day. They're still raising families. They're still maintaining friendships, and in some cases they're still surviving 100% on their own and having to do it themselves. So I honor you, but please, please do not sell yourself this lie, and it is a lie, that healing is not for you. It is a lie. Healing is for everybody. And I would really, really encourage you to say, okay, you may have a little bit more work to do, maybe a little bit more challenging for you, but it doesn't mean it's not possible, and it doesn't mean it's not available to you. Healing is for everybody. Everybody can get better. Everybody can beat this TMS stuff. And the reason for that is because our bodies are not broken. It's not like somebody had the gift of a brilliant surgeon and I didn't because I can't afford it or that surgeon's not available to me. Nope, nope, nope. The same process is available to everybody here. Learn deeply about TMS, what it is, how it happens, how pain starts, how it becomes chronic. Do the assessments. Make sure you fully understand that you have TMS, right? Really, really important. Once you accept that your diagnosis is TMS and not some bullshit structural diagnosis or illness or degeneration diagnosis that some doctors who don't have a clue about chronic pain have given you. You've got the foundation laid. Prior to even that, make sure you have the foundation laid that emotions are safe. Right? That's critical. Look, if we're going to do any emotional discovery and try to feel our emotions, if you still feel that emotions are bad, scary, dangerous, make you a bad person, make you weak, make you damaged, make you mentally ill, it's not going to work so well. So go back to that 3-column exercise I taught several times, where on the left column, list the emotions. The middle column is, what does it mean about you if you feel anger? Well, if it means that you're an asshole just like your father, or crazy like your mother, then it's going to be really hard for the emotional discovery to work. So the left column, emotions. Middle column, what does it mean about you if you feel them? What are your self-judgments? Right column is going to be the new meaning about you. What's the new judgment about yourself if you feel these certain emotions? And a hint, it means you're a normal human being that's experiencing normal human emotions. Don't beat yourself up for being human. Everybody is. We all are. So if you don't have that foundation, that all emotions just make you a normal human being, and that all emotions are okay, all emotions are safe, it's going to be hard to get the rest of this stuff working. So do that first. You're normal, no matter what your feelings are. Second of all, knowledge of TMS. Third of all, assessment and acceptance that you in fact have TMS. Stop holding on to and clinging to this belief that it's physical and you're broken. If you've ruled out the life-threatening stuff, the rest of it's likely TMS, especially if you've done the assessments and it's given you a really clear indicator. So let go of this fear that the doctors missed something. Honestly, if it's not life-threatening and the doctors have missed something, you're not putting yourself in danger by believing that you can get better with this TMS work. You're not. You're just giving yourself the best chance of succeeding and getting better. Because again, I've never seen anybody get better while straddling the fence thinking, I might be physical, might be emotional, I don't know, let me try the emotional. Straddling the fence never worked. No, I haven't seen it. Maybe you have, maybe you've seen it, maybe you've accomplished that, but I haven't. So those are the first 2 pillars. Foundational work of reframing the emotions. You're not crazy or damaged, you're normal. Knowledge, assessment, and then the third one's the emotional discovery. And the emotional discovery is really where a lot of the magic happens, because we learn that some of these emotions that we've been running from and trying to escape from are just normal emotions. And given our past life experience, very, very much justified, right? Even if these emotions are towards people who you're supposed to love and care about, right? That's that conflict I always talk about. And then lastly, the mindset stuff. And if I can summarize the mindset stuff, this pain-free mindset, it's really, don't give a shit about the symptoms. Don't give a crap about the pain. And I know that's really, really hard to do when it's flooring you. But again, I've never met anybody who's gotten better by freaking out about their symptoms. So I mean, that's really it. That's the framework. Knowledge, assessment, emotional discovery. Make sure to soothe. That's part of the emotional discovery process. And then get your mindset right that the symptoms don't matter. You too can get better. It's not just for anybody else. And it doesn't matter how severe of an upbringing you've had. You can reframe your life experience, and instead of viewing yourself as the victim who suffered all of this awfulness, abuse, and then a lifetime of self-critical behavior because you were fed lies that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're a weak person, what's wrong with you? Those are all lies that you got from other people. And yet you're still here. You're still struggling. You're still plowing ahead. And so I'm proud of you. And I really honor you because you still are holding on to the hope that you can get better. But please don't sell yourself another lie that healing is for other people. It's for you too. And so I really just wanted this video to be about hope, but about realistically knowing that you're no different than most of the people who've gone ahead of you and have gotten better. Right? Yes, some of our experiences were more intense than others, but you'd probably be surprised if you heard the backstory behind some of the people who have gotten better and some of the things that they have overcome. That's why some of those podcasts and interviews with people who have gotten better are really useful, because you'll say, wow, that was pretty intense, and look, they got better. Right? And I'll also suggest, this may offend some people, but if you are constantly looking back at how bad your childhood was, how bad your upbringing was, and you're really allowing that to dictate your daily thoughts every day, all day, when in fact you may be married, you may have kids, you may be still living alone, but you're safe, you've got your own place, you may be safe living with parents. It doesn't matter what your scenario, but if you are looking back at your childhood and going, I was a victim. Yeah, you probably were. But you made it. You survived. You got through it. And now I'm going to encourage you to stop looking back at your childhood and your past traumas as if they're still happening. Because every time you watch that movie in your head of what happened, you're basically bringing that experience back into reality today, and then wondering why you are so distraught over your childhood, because you continue to watch that movie. You're going into story mode about what happened in the past, and that's not going to help you get better today. You know, you've heard that phrase, let it go, and that phrase can sound so dismissing. You know, it can sound so much like, but you don't understand what I went through. No, I don't. None of us can understand what you have gone through and what you've endured and what you've survived. Only you can. But how much longer are you going to hold on to the emotional charge from those horrific experiences? Do you really want to go through the rest of your days reliving these things in your head? Or do you really just want to let it go and look around and go, wow, life can still be good despite what I went through. Life can still be amazing despite what I went through, right? And despite the current symptoms and pain that's probably screaming at you right now as you listen to me telling you that life is good, life can be happy, and you're probably saying, but Dan doesn't understand. I do. And while I may not have experienced all of the traumas that all you guys and gals have, I've certainly talked to people about them and understand. I mean, I sometimes get off at coaching calls and I'll literally cry at how devastating some of the lives are of some of the people I talk to. But at the same time, I'll get messages from these folks, and as they share their stories and how they're getting better and their symptoms are leaving, and they're learning more things about themselves, they're setting better boundaries, they are choosing how they're going to go about their life moving forward, those things choke me up too. So look, healing, getting better, turning your life around is not just for other people. It is absolutely for you too. So believe that. Dive into this process, dive into this emotional work, dive into the mindset change as if that's already true, because it is. You can get better despite your background. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself that you're different and this isn't going to work for you. Because honestly, if you don't believe it's going to work for you, it won't. Your brain's always listening to your instructions. Give it the instructions that you want to have as your outcome. Don't give it the instructions that say, I'm different, this isn't going to work. Right? Healing is available to you. It's not just for others. So with that, love you guys. I'm proud of you guys. I honor your struggle. But you know what? You can do it. So we'll see you on the other side. Thanks.